So, good morning or good night, depending on where you are in the world, and welcome to another interview of the Shield Dude on a Couch. I'm your host, Hector, and tonight I'm joined by Paula Teles, and she's a singer, songwriter, and she's with other bands, but now she's putting out her first solo music. And if you like symphonic metal with some operatic singing, you will dig this. So, first of all, Paula, how are you over there in Portugal?
Hi, Hector. I'm fine here. Today is very cold, but I'm a cold person, so for me it's totally fine.
Awesome. So yeah, I got to listen to you. You for now you have put out three singles, but you
Yeah,
are right now promoting the single that you have with Bjorn Strid from Soilwork and the other
yeah.
band, the Night Orchestra. And you just released this track, I think, a few days ago. And it's pretty interesting track with the background. So uh, let's talk about that track in particular. So
Okay,
I have the picture here for the promo for the track. So the track is called Jogo Do Silencio, and here's the promo
that's it.
picture, which is pretty cool. So
Yeah.
I know it's a story about two lovers that have been torn apart by war. So give me a little bit of background and story of that song.
Okay, so when I was younger, my mom told me a lot of stories from our hometown, and when I was young, I stayed with that stories in my mind, and was very strong stories. Because our hometown is a small hometown with a few people around there. So when the colonial war, began, a lot of men uh, were called to fight in that war. So a lot of mothers, a lot of women stay without a boyfriend, a son, a brother. Was very difficult time for uh, women habitant my hometown from my hometown. So that story was so strong that stayed in my mind uh, for a long time. And when I started to write in Portuguese, was the first time that came to my mind was that stories. And well, I started to write, and was so organic, so natural. Um, that well, and after that, I told my producer, look, I have some stuff here. Uh, we can mix metal and Portuguese traditional music, fado, because we are Portuguese. It's in our blood. Fado, it's in our blood. So, but metal also. We love metal. I love metal. My producer loves metal. So we started to work with that stories and Portuguese guitar, and we mixed everybody. And well, Jogo De Silencio, born like that.
So how important is it for you to incorporate your Portuguese heritage into the music?
It's very important, especially the Portuguese language, because my father was Portuguese teacher. So it's not only not I'm not trying to only to show people that I am Portuguese, but it's a memory that I have from my father, and I want to pass that to people who listen to my music. That's why it's so important for me to sing in Portuguese, and to mix some Portuguese stuff, and I don't know, some Portuguese melodies and instruments, traditional instruments in my music.
What instruments in particular do you use in this song in particular?
In this song, Portuguese guitar. Portuguese guitar is used in fado, so it's a awesome instrument, because it's very melodic, but at the same time give us a lot of harmonies. So it's perfect to mix with metal, I guess, in my opinion.
Yeah. Is that close to like the flamenco guitar in Spain? Like similar, or is there a difference?
There is some difference, but my producer can explain better because he is the one who played that. But it's different because the number of I don't know what autos, but it's different. The number of positions, finger positions, it's very different. Yet, but the sound maybe both maybe sound similar, but how to play and how to put the position is different.
Different. So how did you get Bjorn on board for this track? Because yeah,
Okay.
I think he's an amazing singer in Soilwork, and obviously this is the
Totally.
first time that he's singing in Portuguese. So how did
Sure.
how did you make that happen?
So I'm a big Soilwork fan, and I'm a bigger Night Flight Orchestra fan. When I start with my first band, Lilith's Revenge, I invited him to sing with us, with my band, and he accepted, and he was very kind to us because we were a small band in the beginning of our career, and he said, "Okay, I do this with you," and he was so kind, so professional, that we start to talk and to construct a friendship relation. And when I thought I need a male voice from to this song, my first option was, of course, Bjorn. And I sent him a message and I said, "Look, I have this song, but it's in Portuguese. I don't know if you want to sing with me." And he said, "Sure, let's do it. It's a challenge for me, but yeah, I will do it." He was very was not easy to him to sing in Portuguese because new language, very different from Swedish language, but he worked a lot, and I think the final result is beautiful.
Yeah, no, it's
He
a great
totally
track,
nailed it.
and
He nailed it, I guess.
yeah, and it needed that male voice because the song, obviously, the subject matter. There's the woman's voice. She's longing
Yes.
for her lover partner, and then obviously Bjorn is playing the part of the person who has passed away in a way.
Yes.
So it needed the two contrasting voice, and so there's some parts on the song that you both sing at the same time, a little bit.
Yes.
So yeah, that's pretty interesting. And Bjorn, I don't know how it seems like he flawlessly could do it in the Portuguese language. So he sings now in Swedish, English, and Portuguese. So he's done the three languages.
And also in Russian, because in Russian, yeah, you recorded a song with a Russian band, and he can sing in Russian too, so he's the best.
So for you, was it natural for you to sing in your native language? Because I think in your other bands you sing in English, right?
Yes. In other bands, I sing in English. We write our songs in English, and it's cool. It's cool because Portuguese people can deal with English so well, and it's
So you were talking about, the process of the song and how Bjorn and you were working together. So yeah, it's very interesting. So
yeah. So singing in Portuguese is easier for me to show people that that I'm very emotional, very sensitive is the best way, a better way for me, because I can do it easier in my own language than in English. In English, I guess it's more superficial for me. In Portuguese, more emotional.
Yeah, no, I get what you say, because obviously your the song, I don't know the Portuguese language, but it sounds, it's very emotional track, and obviously your singing operatic style goes well with it, with Bjorn's, and also you had other two tracks, one called Desencanto, and I think the other one is called, what's the name of the third one? Because I know you have three tracks that you have put out
Grito.
already.
Yeah.
And
The first one is Grito.
Grito, which that's in Spanish,
Yeah.
that means shout. So yeah, but I also enjoyed those two tracks, but I think obviously the newest one that you released is the standout track with Bjorn. But all three tracks share that same like melodic symphonic metal aspect to it.
Yes.
Uh, so now, how comfortable do you feel like as a solo artist, like differentiating being with your other two bands? Like, do you feel like more vulnerable since it's like you're at the vocal front of the whole of the project?
So having a solo project is very different from singing in a band, because in the band there are so many opinions, so many influences, and we need to consider them all. Sometimes it's not easy. It's not easy because they are so different sometimes, and it's not easy. There are always one person that in the different way, so it's not easy. In solo we can explore our our influences, our emotions, our feelings, our way, my way to sing, because you are in band, the drummer want hey, sing, try to sing in a different way, or let's change this melody in the voice, so you understand what I'm saying. So it's not easy, honestly. It's not singing bands, and I'm a I'm an opera singer, and
Yeah.
change that it's very difficult. I spent a lot of time practice my voice and study some techniques. So in the rock band, for example, you can sing, you can explore your opera voice. It's the different approach to the melodic stuff. So that's why I started a solo project, because I need to explore my voice and my
Okay. So yeah, no, it's obviously it's way different in that aspect. And so you put out these free singles. So what's next for Paula Teles? Like, are you going to be performing these songs? What do you want to do, or are you just waiting to see the how the people react to it and then go from there?
yeah, step by step. First of all, I want to share some music with the people, some singles, some stuff, but step by step. Talking about stage and album, it's too soon for that, because
It's
I
too
don't
soon.
know. Yeah, I don't know how people will react, because yes, it's a symphonic style, but with some folk influence, and it's a different sound. I don't know how people will react. So yeah, step by
So yeah,
step,
you're just getting
slowly.
your feet wet, like they say. and testing the
Yes.
waters to see how people will react
Yeah.
to this solo material.
Totally. Yeah.
So yeah, so for you, how like opera and metal are like different type of genres, but in your opinion, how much do you think opera and metal are really alike in some ways?
Uh, there are some points you can put metal and opera in the same position, because uh, it's very powerful music. Uh, in a point in metal, the singer especially always have a character, always have a persona. In opera is the same. The singer is not the singer like himself or herself. Is always a persona in the stage. I guess in metal is the same. It's a powerful music, emotional music, like opera. That in that point both collide, I guess. Um, an opera voice in metal sounds beautifully, in my opinion. Uh,
Yeah,
and my inspiration is Tarja from Nightwish in the old days, now a solo. And when I listened her for the first time, I thought, okay, it's perfect, metal and opera, perfect.
yeah. For
So
Tarja was like a trailblazer for this type of
yes,
music.
totally.
So yeah. So Paula, I want to thank you for taking some time of your night over there in Portugal to chat about me about your latest single, working with Bjorn, and obviously your opera background. So I'm gonna put a link for people who want to listen to the song and watch the video and support you and follow you on the social medias. So anything that you like to say to the people before we go?
Yes, first of all, thank you so much, Hector, for having me. It's my first official interview, like a solo artist. So I'm very nervous. Thank you
Oh,
very much for having me here.
you're welcome. You don't have to be nervous. I'm a shield dude.
And I want to thank the people uh, who are listening my music. Uh, I'm having amazing feedback. I'm really happy with that because I didn't expect. So thank you everybody for listening my music and for
Awesome.
following me in the social media. Thank you so much.
So people go and listen to the new single by Paula Teles. It's already
Yes.
online and you can stream it, listen to it. If you like symphonic metal, you will dig it. And it's in Portuguese. If you don't know Portuguese, just listen to it and maybe get a dictionary and a translate,
Yeah.
and you can enjoy it that
Oh,
way,
Google Translator.
the lyrics. So until next time, people, this is Hector, the shield dude on a couch, and I'll see you all right here on the couch. Thank you and good night.
Bye.